Good morning or good evening, depending on where you are. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar, the APAC Launch Playbook, Proven Steps for International Success. This is a practical guide for U.S. MedTech, diagnostics, and digital health teams that want to expand into the Asia-Pacific market. Next slide, please. Next slide, please, West.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No problem. This webinar is brought to you by BLinked and BMMG. Please go ahead and advance. Excellent. So BLinked Strategy Consultancy and Bixel Medical Marketing Group have joined forces to help innovators from Asia successfully commercialize in the US and to support US-based companies expanding into Asia. Together, we offer end-to-end support from navigating regulatory approvals and refining go-to-market strategies to building demand and securing the right sales partners on both sides of the pond. Our combined expertise accelerates global growth for MedTech and health innovators ready to scale across borders. So, BLink Strategy Consultancy helps B2B companies accelerate growth through strategic coaching, consulting, and training. They have expertise in ABM, B2B sales, channel development, and CRM optimization. BLink supports digital transformation and MedTech commercialization. The firm also guides companies expanding between Asia and the US, bridging regulatory, marketing, and distribution gaps with localized strategy and execution. And BMMG, Bixel Medical Marketing Group, is your outsourced medical marketing department. We support early and growth stage medical device companies with regulatory aligned messaging, clinical content development, brand strategy, investor communications, demand generation, and more. All right, take it away, West.
So,
West,
sorry, this is our turn, right?
yes,
Yep.
your turn.
Okay,
Your turn.
thank
Next
you.
slide.
Okay, and I'm with building of CEO founders. So I have a 15 years of experience in B2B marketing, international market development, and cross industries expertise spanning medical device, biotechnology, and manufacturing. So now, not only the building founder, I'm a lecturer across the different organizations, also a consultant in the university and also for a small and medium enterprise. So my personal experience have operation the practical experience on the in vitro diagnostics, including blood glucose management system (BGMS) and the point of care for hospital channel, clinical channel. And the second is the hyperbaric oxygen chambers operates in Taiwan and Japan and Singapore. And also have experienced the drug eluting stent and the guide wire, and also include the digital healthcare device. Okay, Andy, your turn.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andy Xu. I'm the Vice President of Building Strategy Consultancy, and I dedicate to bring the gap between Asia's MedTech innovation and the global market. I bring deep executive experience from the past 6 years in the MedTech sector in Taiwan, where I successfully managed the distribution networks across more than 70 countries and drove the market entry strategies for diverse medical devices. This is complemented by my 15 years of sales and marketing expertise in electronics and ODM, OEM manufacturing as well. My primary mission now is twofold. First, I assist global distributors in sourcing high-quality medical solutions from Asia, especially China, Taiwan, Korea. Secondly, I help MedTech companies from around the world plan and execute effective market entry strategy here in Asia. Okay, next.
Yeah,
thanks.
Thank you. And okay, let's begin to our slides. So the first, the title is your roadmap to the APAC success. So, and we have six topic. The first is readiness, assess your market fit and prepare for long-term commitments with a localized service and the training plans. This is very important in APAC because in APAC, every country have a different the regulation, the regulatory requirements, and the localized the marketing. So you need to the long-term commit, maybe average is 3 years for the prepare is first. And the pathways, the second is pathways. Navigate the regulatory and the procurement realities with the data bridging the strategy and let's resonate the locally is also very important. And third is the partners. So choose the right route to market model and use the contracts to drive adoption and accountabilities. And the fourth, the topical, I will the proof, build evidence that's moved buyers with local key opinion leaders, pragmatic outcome, and the community package. If you focus on the tender or hospital, the community package is very important in APAC. And the fifth is promotion. Execute demand generation that fits the regional channel and the cultural expectation because in APAC, maybe around 20 countries, every country have a different cultures. You need to find the right partner to fit localized culture, the adapted. This is very important. And sixth is skills, implement a system for sustainable growth with partner the scorecard. Partner scorecard means you need a system to evaluate the partner is right or not, and also at a quarterly business reviews. So by the end of these sessions, you will be able to pick your first market, and focus. So choose your route to market and execute the first 90 days plan immediately. Okay. So what was in APAC vs common missteps? What works is commit long term. Okay. And the second is localize the contents, not just the language. You need to include the clinical cases, reimbursement, the pace, immediately. So reimbursement, the pace in every country in APAC is differ a lot. So you need to know your medical device is which label the risk label, and every country in APAC have a very different the reimbursement pace. And you must align to hospital, clinic, over-the-counter procurement culture with community package and post-market follow-up. And the fourth, you use the hybrid model with an anchor distributor plus your clinical specialist. So anchor distributor is a key success factor to help your solution into the APAC. So I suggest every country have every distributor expansion strategy. This is very important. And the data bridging with small local pragmatic sub-study is also very important because you need to the local approve your clinical values with the local hospital. And this is also another key. And the common missteps, copy pasting US marketing the text without the cultural adaptation. Okay, the first, the missteps. The second, you only have a single distributor base with no service plan or accountability. So I suggest in different countries in APAC, you maybe have many distributor to develop your solutions. And the third mistake is needing with the FDA cleared as the headline, the value proposition. FDA is not enough. You need the localized, regulatory approved, and this is the first. And the second, you need the local, the approve the clinical evidence for support your value proposition. Also plus the key opinion leader, the support. And the fourth, the mistake is a country-wide exclusivity with a soft, the target, and the APAC, the sell through. So solid target and the serious solid management is very important for your partners. The fifth mistake is over promising the US EU data portabilities without the local validation. Okay. And this is the weighted the framework to systematically evaluate your partner is a good or not. So this data-driven approach help you prioritize where to invest the first based on the factors that consistently predict success. So this is an overview for your reference. So every country in APAC have a different the situation, background, but the two factors you also need to consider is market access. And the second is the regulatory time and the cost. And in APAC, every country is a very different the regulatory time and the cost differ a lot. And the third, you need to check your medical device can apply to the reimbursement system or you don't want, and you need to evaluate. The fourth is serviceability and the KOL, key opinion leader density. Key opinion leader is from the physicians or doctor specialists. The countries is a very rich or many doctors focus on your medical device. So you need to check from the key opinion leader density. And you need also check the IP protection is good enough, okay? And the last is a label complexity. So if you want to pick one countries in APAC for your strategies, you need to evaluate the different factors, market access, regulatory times, reimbursement, serviceability, KOL. And this is my suggestion about entry the APAC, the sequences. The first, the route is from Singapore and to Australia and to Japan. The reason is Singapore and Australia is very close and very nearby neighborhoods. So, and they also have very high standard medical the levels. So from Singapore to Australia is very more easy to reach. And from Australia to Japan, this is because of the MD-SAP. MD-SAP. So you can use the MD-SAP or this easy from Australia to Japan because Japan is regulatory is very strict. So this is my suggestion. Use from Singapore to Australia and to Japan. First win and for the reference hub. Okay. And the second loop is from Taiwan to Japan. Because Taiwan and Japan is a very close collaborations. So, and we have many medical the discussion and the medical professionals the discussion. Okay. So Taiwan to Japan is if you folks the Japan, you can use the maybe lower entry barriers from Taiwan and then go to Japan is easier. Okay, this is the second route. The third, if you only focus on the Southeast Asia countries, you can focus on the Singapore and Malaysia because they're nearby. from Singapore and Malaysia, because they are also the higher standards, the medical levels. And then if you medical device adopted by Singapore and Malaysia hospitals, then you can easily go to the Thailand because they are nearby. And the Thailand medical level is also very high. So this is my suggest the 3 typical winning sequence. And market snapshots, you can have an overview. From the first is Japan. The pathway is the PMDA approval. The regulatory time depends on your risk classification from 12 and 18 months. So have a strong HTA for reimbursements. So the channel is from a specialized distributor with a hospital network, medical science, the critical. And the second is Taiwan. The principle is Taiwan FDA. The regulatory time is from 6 to 12 months. And NHA reimbursement is essential if you want to go into the hospital. So we have a national health institution to evaluate your medical device, it can be reimbursement or not. So the channel is a regional distributor, strong key opinion leaders influence. The third is Singapore. The regulatory authority is HSA, and the regulatory time is from 3 or 12 months. Singapore have a face the regulatory hub. The fourth is Malaysia. The authority is MDA. This is very short regulatory times, 1 to 5 months. 1 to 5 months. And the fifth is Australia. The authority is the TGA. Therapeutic good TGA, or the regulation time is 6 to 9 months. And the last one is Thailand, the Thai FDA. Reduce time is around 6 to 12 months. So this is the overview from Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, Australia, Thailand, the reduction time and the reduction cost. So for your reference, so the critical success factor, engage in country the regulatory agent early and own your bilingual intention for use and the labeling is very important. So never let the distributor control your certificates. So plan the data bridging and the local pragmatic studies to translate the foreign evidence into the locally relevant proof is very important. This is our I suggest the route to market models. The first is a hybrid first. Anchor distributor that handles logistics and the local relationships, while you found the clinical specialists for training and adoption. Hybrid. And the contract labels, the second suggest route to market. And third is a territorial strategy. Okay. So the model contracts the curves that protects the momentum. So I suggest if you use the different kinds of models, you need to set the performance gates. This is the first. And the second, you have the transparency and the controls, include the monthly CRM pipeline sharing, quality business review, and the MDF marketing demand foundation spends approve and the reporting, joint marketing the plan with the matrix. So we bidding can help in APAC. This is a partner diligence. That's a service realities. So we can help from the clinical reach, tender history, and service the footprint, and digital capacity. So these 90 days, I suggest the onboarding plan from the day 1 to 30 and the day 31 to 60, day 61 to 90. And all the 90 days onboarding plan is counting from when registration is completed and sales are permitted. Or this is just for your reference. So building proof for the localized marketing and sales and promotion is very, very important. So what doesn't work? So if you have a global white paper but no the localized context, this don't work. Okay, so I can B-Link can help for the local care validation. This is the first. If you have done your registrations, okay. So second, you need to go pragmatic outcome data, the real world effectiveness and the relevance. The third is the committee package. From the economic angle for the hospital, clinical, and the OTC decision makers. The fourth is the post-market surveillance. So we can support the customer for the APAC for the different marketing stage. The first is a top of funnel. So the top funnel, the goal is to help to the generate interest, capture attention, and initiate the customer the journey. So we can help from the digital PR, search engine optimization in Asia, and the paid social media and the influencer marketing, and the blog posts in the right social channels or online channels. So these are different scope from the unique features. We can write ebook. We can set up the webinar podcast campaign in different countries in APAC. We can record a video and write infographics and set up the clinical series on top contents, and also use the social media engagement such as the LinkedIn or FB, something else. Design the download the marketing collection and increase your brand mention and the PR coverage. So we can help from the top of funnel marketing stage. And also later, maybe the second stage is the middle of funnel. The goal is to nurture and guide leads toward becoming qualified customers. So we can help from the target email marketing campaign, and cases or workshop set up, and write or draft the interactive content, such as free tools, calculators, assessments, quiz. Also have the compared products comparison guides. Also include the email campaign, deep emails, white paper, and the research reports we can write, and the conversion rates for the middle funnel offers. Okay, something else for your reference. And the third marketing stage is the bottom of the funnel. So we can also design the every marketing the elements for the bottom of funnel, include the live demos, onboarding and the customer success, the results, the material design, and also design the customer success stories and the discount code, something else, and the FAQ the page, free question the page, and the bio guides, and the customer support, compared to the comparison guides. Overall for your reference. So the content creation framework we can suggest, we can help from the authority content, link content, the commercial content. This is very important to increase your company and brand awareness and in Asia. Okay, and also increase interest or increase the consideration, and have an online meeting, something else. So the link content, commercial content, authority content, we also can do that. There's different kinds of the marketing collection for your reference, from the linking content, commercial content, and the authority content. also, so we can, this is our suggestion, from different contents, we can increase your awareness and nurture your potential customers from the social engagement, paid distribution, content collaboration, and set up the events. Okay, so we also can help for the more folks the account-based marketing. If the potential the partners have interest, we can help you to more folks. So we can design also the more folks the elements such as the newsletter, form, increase the click rates, also set up the webinar, the sign ups, and sharing with the colleagues, relatives, the sign up, okay, and then engage with the content, direct message on the social media, LinkedIn, including LinkedIn, FB, or LinkedIn, FB, or X. Also includes, so the all the elements we design and help to increase engage the labels. So we can, if the account qualification is right, we can deliver to you. Okay. Also, we can help to cook it. This is our account-based marketing from the awareness and the nurturing and the drop down into the account-based marketing also can help. And we also can help to the one-on-one the personalization, the account development. This means the active focus, active course, active focus. Okay. So this is an overview from the top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, or all counting from the when registration is completed and the sales are permitted. So in my experience, because we have a case 2, the risk level, the operation, political operation, and the case 3, the political operation. So this is my recommended timeline, maybe 1-2 years for the down to the earth, the marketing, the support from the top of funnel. The timeline maybe 1-2 years. And then the middle funnel, I recommended the timeline is 1 year. The top, bottom of funnel, maybe 6 months to 1 year. This the company the timeline is focus on you have many customer. Maybe if you focus on a hospital, maybe 3 or 5 hospital is beginning to adopt your medical device. So you need to keep doing from the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and then you can go successfully go in the bottom of funnel. This is my suggestion, the framework. And this slide is I suggest the different exhibition in Asia. So we can help to the design your booth. Also, our I and our partner Andy also can help to in the booth to increase the qualified partner. So if you want to go to the Singapore, the medical fair Asia is recommend for you. So the exhibition date is September 2026. This is a very important medical exhibition in APAC. It's very powerful. Okay, so this is a regional exhibition and in Singapore. And if you want to focus in Taiwan, my countries, I suggest choose the exhibition for your reference. The first is Healthcare Plus Expo. Okay, and the next year, the exhibition time is December 2026. And then this year, December also will launch. This is I recommend because every medical center in Taiwan where all the booths there. Many medical center. Okay. The third I suggest the medical Taiwan. This is specifically a medical device and a medical technology. The Fox shows will be begun in June next year in Taipei. Also, you want to go into the Malaysia, I suggest the HIMSS, the APAC, the conference and the exhibitions will be held in Kuala Lumpur in July next year. And in Japan, the priority I suggest in Osaka. Osaka for your reference. This is a very big medical device, and the begin date is June next year. So if you want to have some exhibition in Japan, I can recommend to you after the webinar. Okay. And this is Australia. I recommend the MedTech for your reference. And Australia, another medical exhibition is the MTAA. The MedTech is very big, very strong. If you want to go to in Thailand, I suggest the two exhibition for your reference. The first is WHS Bangkok. The second is the MedTech Southeast Asia. For Thailand countries, the very powerful and a good exhibition for your reference. And we also can help do the market research. The next slide is I will show our market research tool and the data sources available in the APAC region to help analyze the market size and is a fit or not your solution and can be fit in different countries. The first is a commercial market research in the database, including the IQVIA, the MedTech. Okay. The second is a force, the Sullivan. Force the APAC, the MedTech. The third, I use the global data, the medical device. The second is research is from the national government and the trade agency data. This is very important. The first is Japan. The source is from the PMDA, Pharmaceutical and Medical Device Agency, memory data. And the second is from the MHLW, Healthcare System Statistics, Hospital Numbers, demographic data can be researched. And from Australia, we can go TGA and AAIHW. And from the Singapore, we will do the market research from the HSA. HSA means Health Singapore Authority. They including the different much information about the device registration and guidelines. And the second resource is the Enterprise of Singapore, where include the market reports, distributor database. And the other source is Southeast Asia. We can go into the AMDD, the Asia's Medical Device Directives. And you want to go to Malaysia, you need to check the MDA website. Many the information you can discover. Also the Thai FDA about the device registration, timeline, and the data. And in Taiwan, we will go into the Taiwan FDA and also the Ministry of Health and Welfare and the Taiwan National Health Insurance. You want to apply the reimbursement, you need to check the Taiwan National Health Insurance data to know the reimbursement scope and the reimbursement, the policy, everything. This is very important. And the third section, we use the important exporter data, trade data, and the trade show database to do the market research. The first is the trade data monitor. The trade data monitor, we use the database and we input your medical device HS code to know that every country, the import, the quantity and the volume. This is a trade data monitor. This is very good and strong database. You use harmonize the system, the codes to know your medical device have a good market growth, including this is very important. We also have a distributor content networks to help the principal to develop the qualified accounts, such as the LinkedIn. I and Andy is very strong experience on LinkedIn and the sales navigator to find out the qualified account and the qualified content persons. And we also use the category, the segmentation data, and use the technology, the trend reports, something else. And we also can use the local industry association to do more deep the research and including the primary data information. The first is APAC Med. This is a headquarters in Singapore. So APAC Med is a very, very strong association. Had many MedTech, the companies, agent, distributor. We can have the potential interview to collect the primary data. This is very important. And the second, in Australia, we suggest the MTAA. And in Japan, we know the Japan the Medical Device Manufacturer Association to do the primary market research. Also, the Thai Medical Device, the Technology Industry Association is another very important. And in Taiwan, I know the many content persons. We can do the research. The name is the Taiwan Medical and Biotech Industrial Association. Also in Malaysia, we can go to contacts and to do the research with the Association on the Malaysia's medical industry. So we can help you to do the market research, get the primary data or information from the local industry association. This is also very important. And we can, from Taiwan, we fly to Singapore and Malaysia, Thailand, Japan. Is about under 4 hours. Or also, if we fly to Australia, it may be 9 hours. It's very convenient to do the market research and connect with the local industrial association or develop the distributors. Okay. Also, we can do the surveys. Also, find the qualified key opinion leader interviews. To do the primary research, we can. In Taiwan, we know the many cardiology doctors and the diabetes doctors in Taiwan. But in Malaysia, Singapore, we can find a good partner, help us to find out the right key opinion leader to interview, to get the most important private data. So we can do that. We can do this. Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand or Japan. Okay. This is most essential for the product market fit. So the tool is for the primary research, including such as I mentioned, use the LinkedIn and sales navigator to do the expert interview and also stakeholder interviews. We also can have help to do the local key opinion leader CRO distributor with the frictional network. Also can help distributor the interview for pricing reimbursement and the purchasing cycle, the market research. So your next steps from the insight to action after the webinar. I have 3 decisions this month to suggest. The first, pick your first market. Okay, you can pick and you can use in the weighted framework such as the market access, the difficult or not. And regulatory times, reimbursement, the policy, service, the availability, key opinion leaders, the density, and IP, the protection, and the label complexity. The first, and choose your route to market model. Hybrid with anchor distributor plus your clinical specialist. This we recommend. The third defines your evidence strategy. What local data bridging will you need? We can, or this is we suggest. And the 5 action to start now. Engage in country the regulatory agents for the target market. So you must to the complete the regulatory. This is very important because in APAC, different countries have different regulatory requirements and different time frames. So you need to know the regulatory barriers is higher or not. Okay, this is very important. And the second, just the partner scorecard and the begin distributor diligence, we can help. Because in I work for the Bioline maybe 4 years. So I developed maybe almost 3,000 distributors. So we can have a very find out quickly qualify the distributor for you. For your medical device. So we develop scorecards, and we also can do the distributor diligence, the audit. And the third, identify the 3 or 5 the potential the local key opinion leaders for validation is also very important, very important. And the fourth is localize the core marketing material, core marketing materials. Just such as the previous slide from the top of funnel, middle funnel, bottom of funnel, we all can do that, include the clinical case imagery, infographic, such as the infographic, carousel, or the reimbursement page, we can do that. And the fifth, build your 90 days onboarding plan with milestone. So ready to accelerate your APAC launch. So you can access the complete the workbook with the market selection, the templates, partner scorecards, contract close, and the 90-day plans. Oh, this is optional service, including the release, the audit, and the partner the shortlist spreads. We also can do that. Okay, this is the Q&A time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wes. That was some really great content. I do have a couple of questions for you. So first one is, what is the most common mistake US companies make when entering Asia Pacific markets?
Very common mistake, even I think you find the wrong partners. You find the wrong partner because many potential partner is all will okay. We also we are good. We are very good partner to your medical device. But if you did not to do the due diligence to the audit, you find the wrong partners, and because the wrong partner is a common mistakes, and you cannot to do the good localized the marketing and promotion. This is my experience.
That does make sense. I know while US companies are trying to make that jump into the APAC market, it's tough to understand who the appropriate partner is. So being able to work with a company like BeLinked who knows the market, knows the players, will make a big difference in partner selection. Okay, so what signals tell you if a distributor is actually a good fit and not just saying all the right things?
Okay, the signal is from, I suggest if you can, in the beginning to discuss with your potential distributors, you must check their company background, company profile. And also I suggest we need to let the potential distributor to offer the business plan to you, to audit, to reviews. This is the signal is very important from the potential distributor is more open to you, more open to you. It's a more open, is a more transparency to you. He want to earn your trust. Okay, this is a good signal to earn your trust. So you can show you I'm a qualified distributor, I'm strong. So I can represent your medical device in APAC. So the signal is a distributor is a want to offer the business plan to you to co-work the local marketing and promotion plan. This is very important. It's a very good signal to know is a strong winning or not, just try. Okay, this is very yeah.
I think, yes, absolutely. Transparency is important no matter where you are, too. And I also think, you know, with distributors, I'm assuming that when you're looking at which distributors to work with, you look at a proven track record with them as well.
Yeah. This is very important because in the APEC, many distributor is will take a lie to the principal.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't want that.
You
Oh,
will tell
goodness.
lies to the principal. So if you trust the wrong distributor, it's terrible. So you need to check the every signal. It's very important, step by step.
Step by step. That's some great advice and feedback. Another question is, what type of real world evidence carries the most weight with APAC buyers?
Yeah, I suggest maybe let Andy to answer this question. Is okay, Andy?
Okay, yeah. It's sorry, can you repeat again?
Absolutely. So, what type of real world evidence with your medical device, with your healthcare technology, what real world evidence carries the most weight with APAC buyers? And that might be too general of a question. And if that's the case, we can move on to the next one. But just asking, in the US, we have certain evidence that we need to substantiate our technology and the efficacy and show that it works in real world settings. So is there, any type of specific real world evidence that carries the most weight over in the Asia Pacific market?
Yeah, I think it's yeah quite similar with most of the countries, and yeah, in APAC, of course, each countries see the real world evidence differently, and of course, for the countries like Japan, they have their own systems, and of course, they see the evidence only they review the evidence only in Japan. Yeah, so for example, like some countries like Taiwan, they take the evidence that from US a lot. Yeah, so for example, like if we have a strong evidence in US, and then the regulators in Taiwan will probably buy in the evidence already, so we don't have to repeat the clinical trial again. Yeah, so every country is a little bit different. Yeah, so I think it's yeah, depend on the country you are entering. Yeah, so it will be slightly different strategies.
That's great. Thank you. And I apologize if you covered this already. This might have come in earlier in the presentation, but how early should teams engage local key opinion leaders or clinical partners in APAC leading up to their launch or trying to penetrate the market?
Okay. Yeah. Actually, as early as possible, because especially when during the market evaluation, that's the best stage that you can collaborating with some of the key opinion leaders. to understand what's the preference and what's the market competitiveness of that product. And it's very important that we can bring some samples to the key opinion leaders and for them to evaluate. Of course, not to test on the patients. It's not a legal thing, but for those key opinion leaders, when they touch the samples, they will have some very good and very hands-on feedbacks, for us to understand how can we make our entering strategy more effective. So that should be the first very good opinion from the key opinion leaders, that whether we can enter or we can make some adjustments. So I think that's the first thing we should do.
Andy just shared, because I and Andy have experience on the drug-eluting stent, the sales in Taiwan, drug-eluting stent, and the guy was, we force cardiology. So we need to take the samples, just drug-eluting stent and the guy was, to the key opinion leader to touch, to evaluate, to get the interview and collect the primary data information, because the many key opinion leaders in Taiwan and some other countries are seeing the similar. You share also not only the product, the evaluation, you can share which brand is strong and better for you, something else. This is also very information to know and to collect and to develop the sales pitch, something, the marketing strategy, how to, if you need to scale up. So you need to the initial from key opinion to the interview to have the meeting. You can pay some money for the interview fees to get the insights. This is very important. Every country in APAC is the similar. From the Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, Japan, Thailand, Australia. This is very important.
Excellent. And you said that needs to happen even just when you're evaluating market entry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And also B-Linked helps to identify those key opinion leaders and make connections with them, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And then I have another question. So if you could only give one piece of advice for choosing your first APAC market, what would it be? Obviously, you guys have so much knowledge, a lot of great information, but I guess the question is, what would the most important piece of information be, or the key takeaway be from this program when evaluating which country to or which market to enter in the APAC?
I think Andy first and I second. Okay, Andy, you first to feedback, and I follow you. The second, Andy, you first.
Okay. So, I think it's for me, I think it's very important to evaluate the market information first, and of course, we need to know what's the competitive levels of the market. And for some countries, I think it's we can see there are only like one or two players, but it doesn't mean that we can easily enter the market, because the dominance of the leading brand may be already very strong and robust, and or it could mean that the market size might not be big and enough or mature enough for a MedTech company to enter. And of course, that's to interact with the distributor and also the key opinion leaders to see if there's a room for us to effectively enter the market, and what kind of market share we can expect to get. And I think that's a very good study. And of course, the growth momentum of this specific industry is also important for us to understand first, before we decided to what kind of strategy we can take. So I think that's but for some markets, even there are already 10 players, and there are still some rooms because of the high growth momentum. Yeah, so it depends. Yeah, so it's very important to get the market information in advance.
That's a great point.
Yeah, I passed the 1 point because in the APEC, the country, the GDP is a differ a large. The GDP. So the GDP means it demand the high class, the medical device or not. This is very important. So if the medical in USA, maybe your price is a high end price. It's a high demand, high class the price, the medical device. Maybe you can focus on the, such as I recommend Singapore because the GDP is over 80,000 USD. The Singapore 80,000 USD, and Australia is a very rich countries. So rich country and have a good medical center, and a good medical center have a very demand high class the medical device. So Singapore and maybe your first entry the countries, if we want to go to Southeast Asia countries, the Singapore is a must be. Singapore it must be. And then from the Singapore also can increase very quickly the breast awareness if the Singapore the hospital adopts your medical device, because other Southeast Asia countries also target Singapore. Very important. And this is my suggestion. And the second, maybe the Australia and the Japan. And also you can consider the Taiwan, because we are based in Taiwan. We can localize the do the marketing. We can find out using the key opinion leaders to research your solutions in Taiwan. So Taiwan the GDP may be almost the 40,000 USD. 40,000 USD. So we can adopt the high-end medical device. This is a room the for growth. Yeah, this is my suggestion.
Okay, great. Thank you. So that was the last question that I saw. Let me just make sure I did not miss anything. Okay, perfect. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close out the webinar. Thank you, Andy and Wes, so much for your time and your content. We had some really great learnings today, and we'll be sharing a recording and the slides from the webinar to all attendees.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.